There is a secret world of trolls, and it is now your charge to protect them. For you are the troll hunter.
What's this? What's this? It's a blanket? Daddy said we would be opening something. Yeah. Maybe it's underneath. I see some squares. Whatever those are. Cool. Trollhunters toys. Oh, hi. Today we're going to be talking about the Trollhunters toys from the new Trollhunters toys from Funko. These are the stuffed animals, and these are the blind box vinyl figures, and the pops. And if you don't know what Trollhunters is, it's about a boy. It's a show on Netflix, and it's about a boy who's named Jim, and he becomes a troll hunter, and he's trying to fight all of these troll hunters. And he learns, troll bad guys. And he learns about this whole underground world full of trolls. So these are the Trollhunters, Funko Trollhunters stuffed animals. And if you don't know which is the bad guy, which one is the good guy, these three are good guys, and this is the main person, and he's a good guy. Well, you already know that. That's the bad guy. Yeah. This is Blinky. He has 4 arms and 6 eyes. Blinky. He's very squishy, and he's all blue with some furry hair in the back. And he can stand, which is really cool. And this is Arg. He doesn't have 6 eyes or 4 arms, but he's so big he has to be on his knuckles. He's so furry, and the green stuff on his back sometimes comes off, but it's not all that bad. They're also very squishy. They're plushies. He has a little tail. Jim fell down. Oh, come on. Okay. So this is the bad guy. Bular. Yeah. He's black, some fuzzy hair. He has cool spikes on his head down. And he's got a little tail too. Yeah. And now this is Jim. He can't stand up, but he can sit down and also do the splits too. Like this. Splits. He can't really stay up, like balancing while he's doing the splits, but he can sit. It'll be cooler if he could stand, but they're all very squishy. Yeah, it's pretty cool that he can sit too. They all look like the characters from the show too. Except for Jim, stop falling down. So these are the pops, and this is Arg, Toby that's in armor, Claire with a gnome, and Jim with a gnome. Oh, and after Toby armored has a gnome too. Yeah. And so this is Arg, as you already know, and they make his name so dramatic on the box. I don't know why. It's really just Arg, not Arg. Well, he's on all 4s, which is unusual for a pop, and he has green hairs, and it looks exactly like from the show. This is Toby and his grandma's cooking stuff. It's what he calls armor. And yeah, so he has a little flashlight up here, and he has a gnome partner, which is covered by this big face. Then this is Claire with a gnome, and they added it in all the details, like the stripe in her hair and all the hair clips that are always in her hair. And she has a little gnome too. By the way, these two have hats. His doesn't. This is Jim in his armor, and he has a gnome too, but he's a chase figure, which is a little bit harder to get. And his gnome doesn't have a hat. And we'll find out what's the difference between the chase figure Jim and the regular Jim when we open them up. So this is Bular, this is Blinky, this is Jim with gnome, and this is Toby with gnome. And Bular, he's pretty heavy, and he looks a little bit scary. And he's pretty light. And I like how 2 arms are on like this, and the other are like this. And this is not the chase figure of Jim. And you can see his gnome right there. And this
is Toby. And he comes with the gnome right here. And that's it. This is Jim, which is regular, not the chase figure. And so he has a sword, but I'm not going to tell you about the chase figure because you will go to the chase figure next. So he's pretty cool. He can stand, but his head can't. Well, his head can move, but only this much. I like how there's two little hairs up. And also there's this gnome right here. He doesn't have a hat on, so does the chase figures gnome. And next will be the chase figure.
This is the chase figure. He's holding his amulet with a clenched fist, the other hand. And he can't really stand really well. He can only stand if he's like this. Then he's balanced. This gnome doesn't have a hat either. He looks basically the same, except he's holding the amulet and no sword. Because of the two hairs too.
And this is Toby. He has a gnome too, except it has a hat on. And he has pretty cool hair. Like there's at the end they go up, and you can turn his head all the way around. So that's pretty cool.
This is Toby in armor. You can only turn his head a little bit. He's wearing his grandma's kitchen pot as a helmet with a flashlight attached to it as a headlamp. And he also has a little gnome that looks exactly the same as that gnome. And yeah, it also has a hat on. And then this is Claire. She has a really cool stick in her hand. It looks like metal, but I don't know what it is. She has a stripe in her hair and a whole bunch of little clips everywhere, which is like in the real show. And they gave her like the clothes that she has, and it looks really cool. She also comes with the exact same gnome that looks like Toby's and Toby's.
And this is Blinky. He has 6 eyes, another 6 eyes, 2 teeth, 4 teeth actually. Well, but in the real show, he actually has more teeth. And he can stand. His head can turn all the way around too. And he has some hair spiking up. And on the bottom of his hair, there's like little dots on it.
This is Arg. He's on all 4s, which is unusual. He has a little tiny tail right there. And he has his horns, which is cool. He has his teeth sticking up right here. And you see the markings on his arms. Those are some really cool details. And also on his feet, legs. And he has the claws right here. And it looks like he has like a little earring or something right there. I don't know what that is. And his nose looks really cool too.
This is Bular. He is the bad guy. His head cannot turn at all. I like how he has these little skeletons on his belt. And he has red eyes, which is cool. And it looks like there's two teeth up here, 2 teeth up here, but there's actually 2 teeth right here and 3 teeth up here. And he has pointy hair. and his fist is like punching the ground. So these are the blind box vinyl figures. And these are pretty heavy. And Blinky is 1 out of 72,
Which means it's really hard to get.
yeah, and also this guy, he's
He's the troll hunter before Jim. And there are 16 characters. We only have 12 boxes. So we won't get all of them. We might get some doubles. But so there are really cool details on these ones. There's no Jim's mom, which is kind of strange. But there is Blinky, and there's Arg, and there's almost all of the characters. Almost all of the main characters. And you see there are 2 troll hunters. One is the one before Jim and one is Jim. There are 2 Jims. One is regular Jim and the other is the Jim with armor on. And then you can see the changelings. Oops, my bad. You can see the monsters. Sorry about that spoiler. Well, you can see the gnomes. One has a hat and one doesn't.
Jim, 1 out of 6.
Toby,
1 out of 6.
Arg,
1 out of 12.
Bular.
1 out of 12.
I forgot her name. We just call her Crazy Librarian Lady.
1 out of 24.
Chomsky, I think.
1 out of 24.
Draw.
1 out of 24.
Another Toby.
1 out of 36.
Another Jim.
1 out of 36.
Blinky.
1 out of 72.
And the troll hunter before Jim.
1 out of 72.
And another troll hunter before Jim. I don't get how we got
72.
2. Because they're supposed to be 1 out of 72, but they're not. Clearly, because we got 2 of them. So this Toby and this Toby are actually different because he has all the armor on. He doesn't. He's just regular Toby. And these 2 Jims are also different because he has all his armor on. He's just holding the amulet, regular Jim. It's really cool because he has all these spikes on his back, which makes him really cool. The ring through his nose and all the horns, all the details is really cool. This gnome doesn't have a hat. I think it's Chomsky.
And there's also like him. He's pretty cool. He's like really angry, spiky, and he looks exactly like the Pop and the one in the movie.
In the show.
Yeah, in the show.
And he looks really cool because he also has his amulet right here. He has the sword, like digging into there, like this. And his gold, there's a armor for his horns. And he also has a ring through his nose. You can see the father and son similarities. And then, so that's how he was the
But which one is his father? This one or this one?
I guess he has 2 dads.
Oh, okay.